back. Today I have a unique sort of video for you. Deneen had requested that I do a summer getaway. So as you can see here, I've actually already built the home, but I have not decorated it yet. Now, Deneen is one of my subscribers, of course, but Deneen also has her own YouTube channel. It's called Deneen the Best. It's a new channel. She does have just a few videos, but you might want to check her out. I really do like her style, and I like what I've seen so far. So, as you can see, I've already built the home, but it's empty inside, so we're going to decorate it today. I've already done it, and I'm voicing over the video now. I wanted to cut out a lot of the scrolling for you because the video ended up being about 2 hours long, but after I cut the scrolling out, it just worked out better. So I'll just go through and show you what I did, and I hope you like the home. It's actually a pretty nice layout. It was not, of course, a room by room build because when I do the room by room builds, I build one room whole, decorate it, and then just keep adding on. Most of you who have been subscribers for a while know how I do that. But this was just a regular build. I don't do them very often. I just decided to build a home with certain ideas for rooms in mind and then just decorate it last. It does have a basement, but it's only the weather machine. So we're just going to be working with 2 floors here and a garage in the front. I decided to make this part here the living room. And since Deneen wanted a summer getaway, I have built it on the island lot. And I wanted to make the colors throughout sort of like blues and browns and colors that remind you of the beach. Now, of course, I was decorating the living room, but as I'm decorating, I often get distracted. I don't know if you guys do that or not, but as I was scrolling through the items, I saw some things that would look good on the patio and the balcony above. So I'm just putting the white chairs here because I thought they would look pretty out there on the bottom patio. And now we're bouncing back to the living room. I'm really loving these new love seats and ottomans that we got in one of the newer packages in the home store. And where it has that bluish green tint to it, and then the actual couch part almost exactly matches that wall color. I chose to do that ottoman and those love seats. And at first I thought I wanted to bring out the white and the pillows on the couch, but then I got to looking at it, and where we have some sort of tan or gold tones there on the bottom of those couches, we also have that tone in the fireplace for the mirror and the mantle. I decided to do the sort of medium colored wood bookcases there on either side of the fireplace. And of course I got distracted again because I found the ottoman that goes with the patio set there. I call it a patio set. Of course it really goes inside, but I think that love seat and ottoman looks beautiful on patios as well. So then I found the ottoman that went to the set. Again, I'm really in love with them. I think they're so pretty, and I thought it would really suit this type of home especially. So that's what we have for the living room so far, and I was already liking how it was turning out. And of course I still have to put the finishing touches on that room, but I always like to back out when I've done a few things and just see if I'm liking it so far instead of jumping ahead and going on with the decorating. I like to pause after I add a few items just to see if it's what I really want. For the end table there, I chose the farmhouse one because it more closely resembles the wood tone on those bookshelves. And then I picked one of the new plants that had the flower pot there on the bottom right that matches that wood color as well. And the French lamp because of the gold and the ivory in it. And then I chose to put a rug in front of the fireplace there just to sort of balance out the whites in the room. So far, I really liked it, but it needed some flowers there. And I chose those because it brought those bluish colors out in the couch and the wall, and that's why I chose those plants there. So now I'm noticing that needs just a little something extra. I thought about putting it there, and then I remembered that door that looks like it's 2 spaces wide actually takes up 3. So I figured out that that piece of furniture looked very nice behind that love seat, and it balanced the room out really well. And then I decided to open up the windows. I think those windows and the new white ones that are just like them are now my favorite windows. I just love them. They go with almost any style home. They were definitely worth what I paid for them, for sure. So then I decided to put that nice blue painting there because see, it has the blues and the greens in it just like the couches do. So I'm very happy with this house, and you'll notice that most of the house is tiled. I did that because I figured if you live with all that sand around you, the last thing you're going to want is carpet, unless it's upstairs. And really, in real life, some types of wood would be okay, but even that, with bringing water in and things like that, in real life, you may not want to do that. So when I make my builds, I try to make them resemble real life as much as possible. Now, not everyone does that because, it is just a game. But where I'm mostly focused on the building aspect of the game, I try to make it as lifelike as I can just for my town. And you saw me there. I was trying to put a light fixture over here, and it just decided it didn't want to go. I'm not quite sure why, because the other one went in with all the doorways, so I tried to move the door just to see if it made a difference, and it didn't. So we're just going to have the one light fixture there, but that's okay. I like those double doorways that go straight through. That's the kitchen there in the middle, and then down here I had decided to make a TV room because the living room is more like an entertaining area. There's no television in it, so I wanted to make like a little TV den over here on this side that walks straight out to that front patio. So I chose to put one of the new TVs and couches that was in a separate package there. And again, really liking what they're doing with these new packages. If you've been with me a while, you probably already know this, but I didn't really spend money on this game for years. Just didn't feel like the packages were worth it. But they've really stepped up their game when it comes to them. Some of them are a little bit expensive, but lately they've actually been pretty reasonable for what you're getting. And I try to use the new items in the home for you all to see, just in case you want to see them in a real setting before you decide whether or not you want to purchase them. So you can see there I was just decorating that room, and I ended up really liking that room as well. I blended the gold tones with the black accents and the black trim there, the doors and windows with that nice dark wood, and then brought the black from the television and the doorways right into the middle with that rug. So I love the home so far, and that room right there is going to be the kitchen, but this one I decided to make the dining area so that you could just walk through straight from the kitchen to eat there in the dining area, or you could go through those doorways into that TV room that I just decorated. I was going to do the white chalet table, but where we have like the gold tones on the wall, I decided to do the lighter wood chalet table. I love these tables. I like the farmhouse table, but for this, it just seemed more fitting to do a more modern table setting. And at first, I also had put chairs on either end of the table there, but then looking at it, it's not the doorway that's blocked that's the problem. I just thought it made the room look a little too crowded. So I decided to do just the 6 chairs there and leave the room sort of open. So then I'm just going to put some finishing touches on the room there. I wanted to put a nice flower arrangement in the middle of the table, but where it's a smaller dining room, I didn't want to put too much, so I just chose a wall sconce there that matches those chairs exactly. It looks really pretty. I love those urban light fixtures on the walls. They just put such a nice glow. And here you can see me opening up the windows so you can see the nice view of the beach and the ocean there. So that is the dining room there. So next would be the kitchen. I always put the kitchen off unless I'm doing a room by room build. I don't know what it is. It's not that I hate making kitchens. It's not as fun as decorating other rooms for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just because in real life I'm in the kitchen a lot and it's just more of a functional space for me, but most of the time I end up making them look pretty. But really, no matter what you do, it's just not going to be as decorative as the other rooms. So for me, It's just not as fun to decorate the kitchen. But you saw first I put the sink there at the bottom of the screen, and I decided to move it up here because I wanted to put in one of the new dishwashers that looks like it goes under the counter. It matches, and it's the only one that looks like that I know of. It matches the countertop that goes with the black and white chalet kitchen counters. So I decided to make that area up there like a sink and dishwashing area, and to make the other end of the room the sort of cooking area, if that makes sense. And I also like to have a window over my kitchen sink, and I thought that would be a great space to also put a window there, which I end up doing. So that section of the room down there I decided to dedicate to the cooking area, like I said. So I'm just putting in the corner cabinets there and sort of figuring out, do I want to try to put a bar in? But really where you pass straight through that room wouldn't be a good idea. It's sort of a long, skinny room. That was really poor planning on my part, but I ended up making the room work, and I actually ended up liking how the kitchen turned out. I thought about putting white appliances, and then I remembered I would like to have some contrast against the lighter colored floor there, the tile, and also bring in the blacks from the doorways and the countertops. So I chose to do the black refrigerator and then bring in a double stove there. And I realized I didn't have any more in my inventory, so I had to go and purchase one to put there. So that's the kitchen so far, and I really do like it. Again, it's long and skinny, but it'll be fine. And you can see me adding that window there over the kitchen sink. And then I'm just going to put some gadgets in, like the food processor. This is my favorite coffee maker, by the way. I really do like the gold coffee maker. It's like a golden color. I used to go, searching architect homes for it. But when I do this type of kitchen with the, the stainless steel sink and the stainless steel on the fridge there, on the handles, I try to make everything match as best I can. So I usually end up just going for that nice silver coffee maker that I like. And I wanted to bring a little bit of color into the room, but not too much. I wanted it to be neutral. So I decided on these rugs. I thought they would be really pretty, especially for the theme of the home. So I put one there at the back door and one there at the stove. So as you can see, the kitchen really did turn out quite nice. And then it's got a nice window over the stove there where you can open up the blinds and see the flowers. It's right out the front there, and I'll open the blinds there and show you. So when you're cooking, you're looking at the nice flower garden. So that is the kitchen, and we're already almost finished with the downstairs. So that's what we have so far. I love those neutral blues and browns, all those tones together, and then that contrasting black with the windows and doors. So this room here, I decided to make a bath and laundry combo. I've been doing that for a while because, like I've said on other videos, for the first floor, unless there's a bedroom, I typically like to do a laundry and half bath combination. And especially now with these new laundry items, it makes it look so nice in there with the beautiful sink that matches. And you can do that with the farmhouse items as well. They have some nice matching items, especially that big farmhouse sink. But doing this with the newer laundry items really makes it look nice. So I'm looking for a rug here, as you can see. And I decided to put this nice big gray rug in there. And I thought it turned out nice, so that worked out well. And turn on the wall sconce there, and that room is pretty much completed. So that is the first floor as we have it so far. I think it looks good. And of course we have the garage down there that I have to do. But after I finish a floor or a room, when I usually build room by room, I like to go back through like you see me doing now and just add some finishing touches on the rooms and just make sure that there isn't anything that I can use that would make the rooms look better. So I like to just kind of scan through and see if there's anything else I'd like to add, and that's what you see me doing there. I want to make sure everything looks good before I move on and that everything is exactly the way I would like it. I'm not at the time building a home for a specific family. This build is definitely for Deneen. She wanted a summer getaway. But when I'm building for a family, when I go back through, I like to make sure I put things in the home that makes it look like someone actually lives there. I like to make it look, really lived in. But at this point, I'm looking for where I can put a trash can because for some reason I've fallen in love with trash cans on Sims Freeplay. I know that sounds really silly. I don't know what it was about getting these trash cans. I've said it before, I think it makes it just look so much more realistic. So I decided to put it on the end of the countertops there in the kitchen, and I just made sure it didn't stick out too far or block a doorway, and it didn't. And I'm so glad we can put things in front of doorways now. That was a major game changer for me, and I'm sure a lot of you, especially those of us that don't glitch. So like I said, you see me going through here. I like to add the finishing touches on the rooms, and I think that painting looks good there. It's not too much for that small room. And then you see me moving on to the garage, which is going to be the last room of the first floor, and not doing too much in here. It's just a simple little one-car garage. It's a vacation home. Like I said, a family doesn't live here full time, but you would definitely need some trash cans there while you're on vacation. I thought about putting them out here in this little divided area, but then I realized that doesn't look too realistic because the sim couldn't really use the trash can that way, and I end up changing that. So you can see me, I'm just putting them back into the garage here, trying to find a good area to stick them to where a car would still fit. But I don't think that's going to happen, so we're just going to pretend a car will fit in there. And you know what? I hadn't tried it. Maybe it will. I didn't put a car on the property, but I just put a light there. And of course, we have this nice patio area out here that needs some decoration, and I really wish we could put these outside. I think it's a shame that we can't, because think about how pretty it would look. I think in one of my future builds, I'm going to build a gazebo and put one in there. I think that would be just beautiful. But for now, I decided to put one of the little socialite, little chair and table combo there. And you can see me here. I had figured out not too long ago that you can actually put, if you do it in the right order, those plants and lights together. So I'm just looking for an area to temporarily stick the light, and then you have to hang the plant first and then put the light on, and you can turn the light on and it lights up the plant. So I think that's pretty cool. So I'm just going through the same process there, putting the plant in and then the light over top of the plant. Just like that. I think it was during my boho apartment build that I had figured that out. Yeah, I believe it was. As long as you put the light on last, you can put those together. Just like that. And then you can turn them on and they shine through the plants at night. So that's pretty cool. So we'll turn it on to night so I can show you what that looks like. There we go. See, very pretty. I like that. So just remember, in case you didn't know that before, it's a very nice look. All right, so we have the first floor pretty much completed here. We have the living room there. We have the garage finished. We have that beautiful little TV den there. So let's move up the steps and you can get a better look at the upstairs layout here. I think ended up going for this one. I think I kept this, but I was looking, yeah, right there. I wanted to put it on the left, but I ended up putting the bedroom suite on the right there, the bed and the nightstands. And I'm looking at the wall because I like for the dresser to line up with the bed. Now, I don't care what anybody else does in their builds. It doesn't matter to me what they do. I would never criticize or think anything, But I will say for mine, it's just me. I don't know if it's OCD. I have to have the dresser line up with the bed. I don't know why that is. So you can see me, I'm just putting a plant in the corner there. Bedrooms, as you probably know, if you've seen my other builds, the tours, I like to keep them pretty simple. I don't like to put too much in a bedroom. I think it's just an area to sleep, and I don't want to overcrowd it. So I typically just put bed, nightstand, dresser, or 2 nightstands usually, a dresser, and maybe a chair with a lamp. And then if there's a lot of space left over, or I've made the bedroom really big, sometimes I'll put a little seating area in there, but usually not. I chose those pretty gold lamps from the Socialite update and a nice perfume tray there for the dresser. So that is the bedroom there. And I decided to change the bedroom flooring to carpet for more contrast in that room. And I was really glad that I did that. See how much better it looks just in the bedroom than the tile? Something about bedrooms, I just love carpet in bedrooms. Otherwise, I do love hard flooring, but that looks really good. And I'm just opening up the windows there, and I really ended up liking that room. See, simple and understated for bedrooms, that's definitely my style. So now we're going to move on to the master bathroom here. I had already put that wallpaper in with that tan flooring, and even as I was doing it, I was questioning if I liked it or not. But here you see me taking away a window because I had not planned for a big vanity in there. So I took the window away, and I chose to do this vanity here along with the matching toilet there. And then moving down here, I wasn't sure at that point if I wanted to do a shower or a tub. And I'm looking at where I have a window and where it's lined up there. And I decided to do a shower stall. So you'll see me fixing it here. I bring it in, and then I add that 1x3 room there, and then bring the window back. And that way I have the room to do that bathtub and shower stall thing. So I went ahead and put the tile back in there. And then I was looking at, do I want to keep the wall color that I have? I still wasn't too sure about it, so you can see me kind of toying around. And I chose to do this tile on the wall because it looks like the kind of tile that would also be in an enclosed shower, if that makes sense. And then I remembered that I have to put the door before I put the tub. See, remember the plant and light thing? Have you guys noticed since the last update that some things are kind of reversed? That the order that you have to put things in, even things that we were allowed to do before, they have to be done in a different order now. It's kind of strange, but I noticed that those doors don't match up too well, so I picked out another door there to be the actual entrance to the shower, and then I dropped the tub back in. So I was pretty happy with how that turned out. It just looks like you have, and I suppose I could have put windows there instead of 2 doorways, but I just opted for this. I liked it, and it looks like it just has the enclosed tile. I just wish we could put shower heads in. I think that would be so cool if they just had shower heads. So then I just put a light in the shower there, and we're getting ready to finish up the bathroom here. I wanted to put the black towel rack in because it matches the black vanity there. Turn on the vanity lights. And I'm pretty happy with how the bathroom's turning out at this point. But I wanted to put a rug in and just, again, the finishing touches on it and just make it look like a real bathroom. I think that is very pretty. Very neutral, nothing fancy, but it's pretty. So then I moved on to the master closet. I'd normally, in case you haven't noticed, typically do the white closets most of the time, just because it matches everything. We really only have, other than that, like a navy blue color that's supposed to be black, but it's not. And then we have the white, and then we have that gray color. So to me, the white pretty much goes with everything. I wish the black ones were a true black. They're more like a navy, because I think they would really bring a lot to, particularly like if you wanted to put built-ins in a black, like the black and gold theme bedroom there. It's gonna look navy and it wouldn't match. So to me, I just wish they would fix the black and navy thing. You know what I mean? Because even those chalet chairs down there in the dining room, those are navy. They're not black, but it says they're black. So I don't understand why they did that. So you saw me, I just put a light fixture there in the stairway area. And now I'm moving on to the guest room. Again, this is not a family home, but if you wanted to build this and use this layout, you could make it a family home and just make this a kid's bedroom. That would not be a big deal at all. And it would even have its own ensuite bathroom. But I decided to use this beautiful turquoise and dark wood villa bed with the dark villa nightstands and dressers. And where this room does not have its own closet, I decided to put 2 dressers in there for the guest, which you'll see here. And again, it wouldn't line up right, so I moved the door over so it would be a 2 square wide space, and the dresser would look more lined up and centered. And then I wanted to put a little something over there in the corner. And I remembered that we have those turquoise chairs, which matches pretty closely to that bed. But I don't like how the chairs are lining up, and the sim can't use it if I turn it the other way. So you'll see me kind of playing around with that. And I eventually just decided to line them up this way along the wall, and it did end up looking a lot better. That way the chairs are angled correctly, and it just looks a lot better. So here you see me just decorating the room. I put matching the farmhouse plant there. I don't know what those are called. And I decided to try one of the ceiling fans there above the bed to see how that looked. And I wanted to put a little something here for guests on the little side table there. And I saw in a couple of videos how pretty that painting looks with anything turquoise. So I wanted to try that in this room. And then I wanted to hang those herbs over the bed and see how those looked. And then of course we had this bare corner down here, so I chose the urban tree to fill that space. So then I'm backing out and I'm taking a look at how everything looks. The ceiling fan is obviously not going to work out. It's tucked all the way into the bed and kind of cutting into the bed frame. So I just decided to take that out altogether because I wouldn't be able to get it centered in the room. And then I'm adding those seashell type lamps there, which I always have trouble with. I don't know, it's just a thing with me. See, look, you can see the inside of the shell and they look kind of sideways, so I always have to back out and turn them again to get them just right. But what I do like is how the herbs look hanging above that bed. It sort of just looks like part of the bed. So I kept that, and I was really pleased with how the room looks. So we have the guest room here. Everything looks good. And you can tell, you know, that carpet and that flooring, that's really neutral, which is not too typical of me to go that neutral, but I did because I wanted to stay with that beach type theme. Now we're just doing that guest room bath there, the ensuite bath. So I brought the same colors in with the wood for the villa vanity, and then a simple white tub and toilet there. And I think it comes together pretty well, but I did want to put a rug on the floor there in front of the sink. I did the tan to go with the theme, and then some lighting. I'm always so indecisive about lighting that a lot of times I end up just doing those. I know they're called party lights, but honestly, they look just like the recessed lighting in real homes, so I use those quite a bit. I'm just turning on the lamps there in the bedroom. So it's looking like we're just about finished. So you can see me again. I'm scanning around here, seeing if there's anything else I can add to make it look nice. And I'm looking at the balconies outside to see if I need anything extra there. I decided to put some lighting outside, and I had remembered I needed to put a table on the patio below. So I chose this white villa nightstand there. And of course I like to light up my patio, so I'm looking for some lighting there. And you can see I just chose a simple black and white lamp, and then I brought a grill out here to complete the patio. Nice and simple. You'll see how it looks when we come out here with the light on. Looks very pretty. I like it. All right, now, to me, I think the upper balcony needed a little something extra. So I put one of those nice French plants there to bring the green over to that side so it's not lopsided and it's all balanced out. So that's what it's looking like, guys. I'll do a full tour here in just a second, but I wanted to say a thank you to Deneen for this. So let's start the quick tour of the whole house, just as if you're just looking at it. And again, it will be a quick one, just to get a feel for how the whole house turned out. If you like these types of videos, please do leave it in the comments. I know it's a long video, and you'll see the living room here. See how pretty that all came together? But if you like these types of Let's Decorate, let me know, and I'll try to fit some in as often as I can. I get a lot of requests for Let's Builds, and most of you know, but not all of you, the way I build usually room by room, not like this, but the way I usually build room by room, it would be very hard and very, very time consuming for me to go back and rebuild it for you. And that's why on normal builds that I do, I try to include the grid and go through it, you know, as slow as I can so you can recreate it from the actual video. But this, if you're new to my channel, is completely different than what I usually do. This is just a Let's Decorate. So if you like these, let me know, and we can probably do these maybe, I don't know, I'll try to get them in maybe once or twice a month. But yeah, let me know. So we're looking around here at the kitchen. Again, I'm very pleased. I love how you can look out at the flowers there while you cook. And then we have the dining area over there. Nice and simple. Right on the corner of the house where you can look out each side at the ocean. And then we come on over to that little den with the TV. I actually like every room of this house. I'm very, very pleased with it. And that walks out there onto that patio in the front of the home too. So there's the patio. And that pretty much is the downstairs there. And then we're going to go back around here to that stairway area and come on upstairs where we have that little stairway with the balcony that overlooks the door there. You can look out to the ocean there. Then we have the master bedroom. That's that beautiful black and gold, the black and gold bedroom furniture. And then we bring out the black and the gold with the walls and windows and doors. And then we have the balcony there. I love that furniture. And then of course we have the master bath with the vanity and toilet area there. And then we have that nice little shower stall there. And we'll pretend like we have a shower head even though we don't. And then we have the master closet over there too, toward the front of the home. Just a nice simple closet. And then coming back out and across the stairway, we have that guest room there that has all the pretty turquoise accent colors, including in the herbs. Some of the stems there are like a turquoise color too, with the dark villa furniture and the nice little guest basket there. And then we have an extra entrance to the balcony and an ensuite bath. So that is the summer getaway that you got to see me decorate. Again, if you like these types of videos, let me know. But thank you so much, Deneen, for your request. And you guys, please check out her channel. It's Deneen the Best, as you saw at the first of the video. If you hung out with me this long, thank you so much. I know it was a long one. Thanks again for watching, you guys. Take care, and I'll see you next time.